Welcome back, everyone, to Orchard Park, just south of Buffalo. We're in the fourth quarter now with the Dolphins in possession of the football. This offense
Ya es, quiere...
these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. The challenge.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 159 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Dolphins are on their way to a 2-0 start. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. This pass out wide to Hall. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Allen to throw once more. There's Hall bringing in another one. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. And quickly, they get to the line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half.
I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Keep my way up, you know, go, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Keep my way up, you know, go, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Deep for the plank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a do it, Mr. Knew I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stand on her just like a stunner do. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, you know, go, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.
I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her, you got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Me and them here make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heaven and then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, you know, go, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, you know, go, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. And take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system and turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the waves, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system and turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up.
Yeah.
This is the player card. This is your development. Here are a player's motivations.
Breaking away of being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage.
View your team save snapshot. Quickly review the league's top performers and the
could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the leg.
EA Sports brings you a special edition of the
ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be brought out by a player who was undrafted back in 2015 out of Old Dominion. Last season, his first as a starter. It's Taylor Heineke. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. You get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Washington. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
And no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and how do they get him in?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is incomplete. 4th down. On is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they at one mile? Stop us, or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And some room to run now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Heineke. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run this one in. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. One back in the back, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year and as a celebration of that. A big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, two cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. 2nd and 5 now. Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Heineke launches a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 134 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
You're impressed,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
This complete to David Bell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, it's Watson. Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try and run right on the option. They're spinning away. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for first. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Watson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Again, Watson to keep it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Holding offense.
And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the 2nd half. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. Hunt will try going up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They overloaded that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the
So
field
they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is important.
2 yards, good enough for first. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down at the 25.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Washington on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 181 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this one. No, okay.
Heading out, it's the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
17 yards that time and a Washington first. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, tricks on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm...
It's Madden NFL 22.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here are the Lions. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Dolphins at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there.
with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Second and 4. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 103 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to work. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Lions, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Lions offense set to take over.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for the Lions.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he wisely will throw that one away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession when they come up with an answer.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Joejuan Williams. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try to run this one in.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big time.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first-half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0.